everyone. It was lovely to see so many of you yesterday on camera, and I hope lots of you will be joining me today again for a fabulous phonics session. So we're going to get started into our English for the day, and we're going to be exploring a new text, which is very exciting. But first, we're just going to go over some of the vocabulary that we looked at yesterday. Okay, so we were looking at two different verbs. And one of those verbs was here on the left. And if we sound it out, flee. Okay, so flee means to run away or to get away from something. So sometimes it might be if you're in danger or you just need to get away from a place and go to somewhere else. Okay, but you're normally trying to get there in a hurry, so you're moving away quite quickly. And we had the opposite of that, which was this word here, which is plod, which is also a verb, and if you're plodding, means you're moving along quite slowly. So we have this picture up here. As you can tell, this man is plodding along in the sand, moving quite slowly in the sand. So I'm going to show you a picture, and what I want us to have a go at doing is thinking of a sentence that we can say using the verb flee or plod. So for example, here I've got a picture of a man, and I'm going to start by using this sentence starter that you can see on the screen that says the man is. And then I'm going to use one of my verbs. So I'm either going to use flee or I'm going to use plod, and to describe his movement. Okay, so would I say that the man is fleeing away from danger? Probably not, because it doesn't look like he's moving that quickly. Okay, so I could use the verb then plodding. I'm going to say plodding because if I add the suffix ing onto the end, it means it's in the present tense, he's doing it now. So I could say the man is plodding along the street. Okay, so that would be my sentence. The man is plodding along the street. So let's have a look at the next picture. Here I've got a bear. And here's my sentence starter, and it says the bear is. So what could I say? The bear is. Have a little think and use the verb flee or plod, which is on the bottom. So what could I say the bear is doing? Okay, so if I was going to say my sentence, I would say the bear is fleeing away from the bees so he doesn't get stung. Okay, that would be my sentence. I wouldn't say he's plodding because he doesn't look like he's moving slowly. It looks like he's fleeing. He's trying to get away from the bees. So, should we have a little look at our new book today then? So this is our new book here up on the screen, and our new story is called Dinosaurs and All That Rubbish. And it's by an author called Michael Forman, who some of you might have heard of before. The book, fortunately, is by him as well. And so in this book, there's going to be lots of dinosaurs, which you can see on the picture of the front cover. So you might have also noticed what the dinosaurs are doing. So it looks like they're on top of a mound of lots of cars, and they're trampling and stamping on top of them. So just a little bit of a background about what dinosaurs are. So dinosaurs are creatures that lived several million years ago. And some of you might know quite a lot about dinosaurs. Some of you might know lots of their names. Okay, some of you might not know much. But dinosaurs are going to be the characters that are going to be in this story. And I've got some pictures. I'm just trying to make a little bit bigger here so you can see them, of what the dinosaurs might look like. Okay, because there are different types of dinosaurs. So dinosaurs are now extinct, so they're not alive anymore, but their fossils and bones are still found today, which people find and they dig up out of the ground, and they use these fossils to find out more information, more facts about dinosaurs. Okay, and there's lots of non-fiction books, which is something we were looking at last week, about dinosaurs. So if you wanted to find out any exciting facts about dinosaurs, you could go and have a look at non-fiction books, and there'd be lots of information that you could find in there. So this is our new story, and I want you to have a little think about what might happen in our book. So look at the front cover. So we've got some dinosaurs on there, and we've said that they're trampling, they're stamping on top of the cars. So what do you think might happen? Have a little prediction. So I think, So my prediction is that I think that the dinosaurs are going to be going to rubbish heaps and they're going to be stamping on all the different rubbish, or they might be going into people's back gardens and doing it. I think looking at this pile of rubbish here, looks like they're going to rubbish heaps or even scrap yards and stamping on all the different rubbish that they can find. Maybe you've got some different predictions. If you have, send them in to me so that I can have a little listen. So I'm going to stop sharing that screen now, because I've got the book here in front of me, and we're just going to have a little bit of a read of this story. Okay, we're only going to read the first few pages, and then we are going to have a little explore of this text. So, as I said, it's called Dinosaurs and All That's Rubbish, and it's by an author called Michael Foreman, and I really, really like this book, so I really hope you enjoy it too. So here is the man. A man stood on a hill and looked at a star, just up here in the corner. All he thought about, dreamed about, was the star. Maybe you've looked up to the sky recently and seen the stars up at night time. Grass grew high and trees grew tall. And the man climbed to the top of a tree, there he is, look, and he tried to reach the star. But he was nowhere near it. So he was trying to reach the star, and what he did was he climbed up this tree, but he still wasn't close enough. The trees filled with birds, which flew still nearer the star. I must fly, said the man. I have money. I have many men working for me. I must fly somehow. I must fly. I'm going to stop there. So from this story, we know that this man wants to get up to the star, and he's thought about different ways that he can get up there. So one of the ways he wanted to get up there was by climbing up the tree, but that didn't work. And now we've left on the page that tells us that he's going to fly. He wants to fly up there like the birds, and he's got lots of men working for him who they can help him, hopefully fly up. Have a little think. How else do you think that he could get up there? How else do you think he might get up to the star? So, maybe, and hopefully we'll find out how he gets up there. But now I'm going to stop. So in the story, the man's dream and his wish, his desire is to get up to see the star, isn't it? Okay, so he really, really wants to be able to get up there. And we call this a dream. Sometimes we might say a dream is something that when we fall asleep, we have when we're asleep. And it might be something that is pleasant. You might dream about what's happened in the day. But also a dream is a wish or a desire. It's something that we want to do. So in this story, as we've just been talking about, we said that the man's dream, the man's desire is to be able to climb up and get to the star. Okay. And we're going to have a little think about this today. And we're going to think about what your dream, what your desire is. So for example, when you grow up, you might have a desire that you want to grow up and be a nurse or a police officer or a cleaner or a vet or even a racing car driver. Your dream might be that you want to be a teacher. Your dream might be that you want to be a firefighter or even an astronaut, seeing as we've just learned a lot about Astrid going up and traveling into space. Your dream might be that you want to be a footballer, a shopkeeper, own your own business, or even a songwriter or a musician. Your dream might even be to be a farmer or a gardener. I want you just to have a little think about what you want your dream to be. Okay, so what is your dream? So when you grow up, when you're older, what do you dream to be? And here I've got a little sentence starter to get us thinking. So I've written, I dream that I will be. Have a little think. What do you dream that you want to become when you are older? Okay, hopefully you've got some ideas and you've used this sentence, and you might have said something such as, I dream that I will be a racing car driver. I dream that I will be a shopkeeper. I dream that I will be a cleaner. Or I dream that I will be a mum. Okay, there's lots of ideas that you could have said. So they're not all on the picture, so you might have said different ideas as well. So I'm going to today now have a little go at writing that sentence down, and I've got some words that you might need to help with your writing that you can see on the screen. Okay, so we've got a doctor, we've got a farmer, a firefighter, a teacher, a vet, a dancer, a swimmer, a scientist, and we've got some verbs underneath that you might need, which I'll go through on the next page. And don't forget, we've got this word mat here. So the first thing we're going to do today then is think about what you want to dream to be. So I dream I will be. So that's going to be our sentence starter. And then we're going to add on to that by using conjunctions in a second. But first, I want to get the first part of my sentence down. So I dream that I will be. I think I'm going to put as my first one, I dream that I will be a vet. Yeah, I dream that I will be a vet. Right, I've got 8 words in that sentence. So remember, when we write a pronoun at the start, it's capital. I dream, dream. If I look on my word mat over here, I've got the E sound, and it's actually this one here. So I'm going to put I, dream that I will be a vet. Let's sound out vet. Vet. Good. Vet. Great. Full stop. I think I can write another one now. What else might I want to be? You know what? I'm going to flick back to those pictures to have a little look. I'm going to say astronaut, I think, because Astrid really inspired me when we looked at that book last week. So I'm going to say that. And I'm going to use the same spellings here. Dream that I will be an astronaut. And I'm going to have one more. I think I'm going to say, and I'm going to use this one because my mum is a nurse, and I always used to, when I was younger, wanted to grow up and be just like her. So I'm going to say, I dream that I will be a nurse. So I dream that I will be a nurse. Sound out nurse. Nurse. The sound on my word mat is here. And it's actually because we've got nurse with a purse. Well done if you remember that. And it is a S at the end, but it's actually an E as well. Okay, so there are my 3 sentences to start. Let me have a check of those. So I dream that I will be a vet. Yeah. I dream that I will be an astronaut. I dream that I will be a nurse. So I've decided on my dreams and I've written all the words in my simple sentence. But now I'm going to challenge myself. And now I'm going to start using a conjunction. Okay? And the conjunction we're going to use today is so. And we've explored this a little bit before. And we're going to use so to explain and give reasons for something. So I'm going to expand my sentence and join 2 ideas together. And this is linking back to our story because we've got the man, haven't we? And he dreamt. So I dream that I will climb up and get the star. Okay, so that was his dream, and we're writing our own dreams today. So I've got these sentences. I'm going to use this first one here that I have written from previous. So I've got, I dream that I will be a vet, which was my first one here. What we're going to do now is I'm going to change that full stop to a comma, and I'm going to use the conjunction so. So I've said, I dream that I will be a vet. And now I need to think about why I want to be a vet. So we're going to use so to explain the reasons why I want to be a vet. Well, I'd want to be a vet so that I can help animals. That would be my reason. So I dream that I'll be a vet so I can help animals. Okay, so that would be my reason. So let me read that back. So I've got, I dream that I will be a vet. I've now put a comma and so, which I'm just going to highlight here for you. And then here it says, so I can help animals. So I've expanded my sentence, okay? Let's have a look at another one. So I'm going to choose this one now. So I've got this one as well. I dream that I will be an astronaut. So just like before, I'm going to change that full stop to a comma, and I'm going to add so. Look here, so I'm going to highlight that for you. I dream that I will be an astronaut, so, well, I know why I'd like to be an astronaut. I'd like to be an astronaut so that I can see the stars. Yeah, so that I can see the stars. Let me sound out stars. Stars. Well, I know R is on my word mat. It is here. So that is how I make the R sound. So see the stars in space, I think I'm going to say. Fabulous. So let me check that one. So I dream that I will be an astronaut so that I can see the stars in space. Great. I'm going to do one more just to make sure we've all got that. So I'm going to steal this nurse one. That was my final idea. So here I've got, I dream that I will be a nurse. So I'm going to do exactly the same. Change that full stop to a comma. Add the conjunction so. And now I'm going to use my reasoning to explain why I want to be a nurse. So I dream that I will be a nurse so that I can look after people, I think I'm going to have, so that I can look. Help me spell look. Look. And we had that sound the other day. Look after people. Great. And let me check. I've still got my so and my comma. Yes, I have. Great. Right, let's have a check then, and let's see if I've done everything that I needed to today in my work. So I needed to decide on my dream. So let's check the first one. So here it says, I dream that I will be a vet. So there is my dream, correct. Needed to write all the words in the sentence, which I've done. I needed to use so to explain my reasoning, correct. I needed to punctuate the sentence. I've got a capital letter and a full stop. Great, so I've done all that. Let's check my next one. So my next one, have I decided on my dream? I dream that I'll be an astronaut. Yeah. Written all the words, use so to explain my reasoning. So I've got so and I've got a comma so that I can see the stars in space. And I've got a full stop and a capital letter. And let's check this last one. I dream that I will be a nurse. So I've got my dream, so I've got my so and my comma. I've got my reason, I've got my capital letter, and I've got my full stop. So they are my dreams, and I've used my conjunctions to explain my ideas today. So I want you to have a little go at doing this task today, and I've got this blank sheet that you can use at home if you need it, okay? And it looks like this, and it's got the two word mats and word banks at the top if you need to use them at home. I would like you to send me 3, if not 4, amazing sentences today, and you've got to include the conjunction so in it. So make sure you're using so to explain your ideas. Now, don't forget to send this across to me and take a photo of your fabulous work, because I want to see what you are dreaming and aspiring to be when you are older, okay? Just like in our book. And tomorrow's lesson, we may even get to read a little bit more. If you want an extra job today in English, then see if you can find out any facts about dinosaurs, because I would love it if you could find out some information and you could tell me some super facts that you found out, because I'm sure some of you already know lots of things or have even got access to some books at home that you can share some fabulous facts out of with me. Have fun doing this task, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.